So this is what we are going to do today, or digital presence or digital identity. Now, it's needless to say that this is the need of the hour for us, for the entire globe, right? Today, not just the youngsters or not just the students who are into technology and into digital world, the entire world is moving towards it. And we are too, Sri Lankans are also moving towards that. But do we have the right knowledge to do that? Are we fully equipped to be present? And are we behaving ethically in the digital world? These are questions we need to think about. Some aspects, I think it comes naturally to us. We know that there are certain things we can do and we can't do. But do we have the background knowledge or the real foundation? Maybe this session will be a starting point for you. Within the given time, we will not be able to explore all the aspects in detail, but we will be touching many aspects, right? And also, this is one of the sessions where there is this odd balance between the presenter and the students or the participants who are listening. That is a point that you guys may know more than me, right? You may be well versed in this digital identity than me. Let's see how it goes. All right. This is what I have planned for today. We are going to do small activities. We are going to try and discuss or share thoughts on different aspects we are going to look at today. So we'll have a short quiz and maybe an activity where you test yourself or I ask you questions related to your digital knowledge, right? And also, since you're all undergraduates, soon to be entering the corporate world or the state organizations, somehow you're going to enter your professional world. In that sense, how can social media be useful for you? Is it just for fun? Is it just to meet your friends and relatives, or can it be a little bit more than that? In that case, how are we going to approach it? This is what I am trying to focus today. All right. The first activity itself is going to show how much you know about the digital world. So what I'm going to be doing is, I'm going to be showing some logos or icons that are very prominent on the internet. All you have to do is tell me what company or what it represents. I hope you understand, right? So let's start off with the first one. What's this?
YouTube.
Excellent. Now everybody can say whatever you think, right? I mean, of course, you know this is YouTube. And this? Did I surprise you with my second icon? All right, I'll tell you what this is. All right. This?
Instagram.
Right. This?
TikTok.
This is a representation of one form of social media, if you can understand this. This is not a particular company, but it's one form of connecting with people on internet. Okay, let me tell that to you. It's chat rooms, if you are aware of it. They could be slightly older way of communication, but they are still alive. They are still there. Chat rooms are still available. What is that? The yellow one.
Snapchat.
Snapchat. And this, can you see it? This one?
Ready.
Wow, excellent, excellent. And this?
LinkedIn.
Who is answering me? Can I know your name?
Sachini.
Sachini, all right. Sachini, you are good. Other, you can also say if you know the answers, right? And this again is a representation of another form of communication. This is what I am trying to represent, the forums. Again, they are quite old, but they are still existing, right? Forums. And this, I can give you a clue. This is Chinese. All right, so there are two things you might need to know. And this is?
WhatsApp.
No, undoubtedly. And the next one would be?
Pinterest.
Very good. And this? This is a form of social communication, but it's not social network like WhatsApp or Instagram. Okay, I'll talk about that soon. And the last one.
Twitter.
There you go. You knew most of it, and I'm sure others also know most of it. So the T is Tumblr. That's a form of social network that has been online for quite some time, but that's not something that youngsters use. Probably that's why you are not familiar with it. And this red, black, white, yellow icon, that's Weibo. That's a Chinese version of social networking website, right? And this B is a blogger. Do you know what a blog is? You can text. If you don't know what a blog is, it's quite easy to understand. If you ask your mom or aunties or grandmas, there was a habit that people used to write diaries when they were young, or they continue to write even in their early adulthood. They note down everything that happens in a notebook, which is very secret and which is very personal, and they don't share it with anyone. Well, blog is a version of that in the digital world. But the main difference is blogs are created to be shared with other people most of the time. There are people who maintain blogs personally, and Blogger is one such software which creates blogs for people, which helps you to create blogs, right? So that's one of those softwares. Well, yeah, these are some of the ways you can communicate in the digital world. Which one do you use mostly? Do you use more than one? Okay, so so tell me, when you use social media, or when you use internet, or when you use websites or Facebook or whichever software you use to connect with people, what type of people do you connect with? Is it only friends and relatives, or does it go beyond that? Can anyone share your thoughts? Oh, that's a very silent group of people. All right. Now, mostly what we do is we use it to connect with people all around the world, friends, family, relatives, or in rare instances, or in specific instances, to colleagues or somebody in the work environment also. Now, if you are into any of these socially connecting softwares or websites, you know basic stuff about using it, right? But I just want to give you a quiz and check how much knowledge you have in terms, how literate are you in terms of, what did I do? I'm sorry, I think I stopped sharing that. All right. I would like to know how literate are you in terms of being present in the digital world. This is a short quiz, right? Now, here's a question and 4 options for you. First, what is digital literacy? What do you think it means? Option A, the ability to read a book on a computer. Is that digital literacy? Researching information online. the skills, abilities, and knowledge necessary to use digital devices effectively, or replacing paper textbooks with e-readers? Sorry, which option do you think is the right one? A, B, C, or D? I can see that yes, that's correct. C is correct. I get one answer. It says C. That is correct. Right? It's your overall knowledge, skills, and ability. Kavindi, I also got your answer. C. That's right. It's not just about pressing the buttons on computer. It's about your knowledge and using it sensibly also. Right? Now the next question. Now this is a situation. How would you react in this situation? You're browsing the internet, there's a big flashing banner with the following warning. Warning, virus alert, your system 32 is corrupt and hackers may be able to steal your bank details. Please call this number immediately to solve. Our friendly tech support will help you to remove the virus. What would you do? Call the number or follow the suggested link to get the virus removed immediately. Or ask someone more knowledgeable for help. This could be serious. This is most likely a scam. Ignore it. What would be your answer? Sevmi says C. Do you all have the same opinion? Do I take Sevmi as the entire representation? The representation of the entire group? It is true. C is the most suitable option here. While some may disagree with me, some may say, okay, miss, we need to go and ask people for help if we don't understand. Well, it could be too late if we wait with it. So C is the best option. Now the next question. I've just recorded 30 minutes of video on my phone. I want to make it so that others can, or everybody else can watch it. How do I do that? Attach it in an email or just text it to them. Any texting software. I wouldn't know how to do this. I don't know how to send a 30 minutes video, or upload it to Google Drive and give a link to the person, which would be the most sensible option. What do you guys think? Yeah. I can see Nuvani giving me an answer. Tell me. All right. Yep. I can see the correct answer streaming in. B is the correct answer. Of course. If it's 30 minutes, that's a lot of MBs, probably in GB. So we upload it to a drive and we give the link to people. Very good. I can see that you are quite literate. How about this? This is a debatable option anyway. Your profile picture on social media sites should be what? A picture of your pet, a logo, an avatar, or a picture of you. What would you say? Just tell me. Now you have found the right answer for the previous question. Think about this question. Pavitra, is it? Okay. Okay. So everyone thinks that D is the right option, is it? Yes. Pavitra, Kavindi. Okay. Well, actually, for your social media website, a picture of you would be a better option. Of course, you can have a logo if it's a business organization. You can have an avatar. There's nothing wrong in having it, but that doesn't show who you are. That doesn't tell anything to the people, right? A picture of your pet tells something to the people, but that might not be appealing to the people. It's your social media website. You're not Kim Kardashian and you're not having a website for your cat, right? So your picture would be the most appropriate one. There you go. You guys know what it is. Who is that one's picture of their pet? I just said you're not Kim Kardashian, Tusharika. Well, not to offend you, because celebrities do have Instagram pages or social media pages for their websites, right? See, that's good. Then this question, in order to protect privacy and safety, what is it you should do? Use a pseudonym to protect your identity. Pseudonym is a false name, like a pen name, not your real name. Is that a good way to protect your privacy on social media? Or refrain from posting any information about where you are, about your location. Is that a good way to protect your privacy? Or be cautious to not reveal personal and private details, especially concerning others. Is that the right way to protect privacy? And the fourth one, don't worry about this. Hackers and criminals don't use social media. Dilrukshi, this D, is it answer for this question or previous question? Dilshini, same question to you. All right, previous. Okay. So Dilshini thinks that not posting about where you are is enough to protect your privacy and safety. Well, that is one aspect of it, Dilshini, but that's not the only thing. Tell me, pseudonym, if you show your photo, people would know. People who know you would know you, right? So what I think is like T. Is it T, Dilshini? Of course, hackers and criminals use social media. C is the right option, right? Hackers live for it. Hackers thrive on it, hacking social media. So do not reveal personal information, and especially not only about you, personal information of others. That is protecting privacy and maintaining safety. All right. So quite good, quite good. Even though we had few variations in answers, yeah, Dilshiri, now you've corrected yourself. All right. Now, the next aspect, social media etiquette. Now, what is etiquette? Do you know what that is? You can share your thoughts. Go ahead. What is etiquette? Etiquette is uh, the set of rules or the type of behavior you exhibit, right? We have many different types of etiquette. We have email etiquette, we have what we call as manners in real life, like table manners or the way you behave among people. In social media, there is a way you behave. Do you know what that is? Can you give me some examples of what to do when you are on social media and what not to do? Can anybody share anything? Text, chat in the chat box is even fine with me. Can you tell me what do's and don'ts you remember or you follow when you use social media? Type it, please, if you remember them. What is it you never do on social media? That's the rule you follow. That's bad manners in social media. What is good manners? Is somebody trying to talk to me? If you're not talking to me, then mute yourself, otherwise it will disturb others. So come on, what is social media etiquette? Can I upload photos of whoever I want without asking them? Yes or no? Let's say I see a long-term friend and I take a photo with them. Yeah, of course, tell me we need to get permission from them. That's one etiquette, right? Like that, Can you tell me what you follow? Can we tag all our friends to our photos? Is that a good etiquette? Do you feel good if somebody who you have just met tags you in all their photos? Of course, right? So what else do you know about social media etiquette? Yeah, Sudeshika says that it's not good. It doesn't feel good to be tagged. You barely know the person and they tag you. You don't like it, right? Anything else you would like to share? All right. Okay. So let me share some more information with you regarding social media etiquette. All right. Let me go to the next slide. I'm going to show a video to you guys now, and I'll play it. If you can't hear that, if you can't hear the audio or if you can't see the video, tell me. Okay, I'll play it in a different way. All right. So now, what are the things you should do and you should not do when you're on social media? Let's see what this person says. This is supposed to be a funny kind of video. I didn't want to show you something really serious or anything. Let's see. Can you hear this?
Yes, madam.
Great. Well, that's a funny sort of video to tell us what to do and what not to do on social media, right? Do you know all of this? Do you use all of these etiquettes in your social media presence? Is there something that is not mentioned here, but you follow? Write it in the chat box, please. Now, knowing what to do and what not to do saves you from a lot of unnecessary, unwanted issues, right? You don't want to be stressed because you're being on social media. You generally go online to relax, to enjoy, or to meet people, right? So you don't want to do things that are going to be making your life miserable and also miserable for others. And this is something very basic. It could be personal social media account you have, or it could be a business or professional one. In either case, knowing what to do and what not to do is very important. Now, let me go a little bit further and check how much you know about being present on social media. Now, this time I really want you guys to answer. I want you to be interactive. Okay. So let me show you this. Let's see. All right. So now I have some do's and don'ts we need to remember when we are accessing social media. I'm going to ask you, there are some statements here. I have some 8 statements here. Tell me whether these statements go to the do side or the don't side. All right. So let me read the first one. Sarcasm and humor are part of the social media culture. Anything goes. You can write sarcastic comments, humorous comments. It's all okay. Is it a do or a don't? Okay. So save me things too. Why not? Have fun. Crack a joke. What do others think? Come on. Type it in the chat box. I need to see, is that the only opinion we have? What about Dilshini? Do you think it is a do or a don't? Well, actually, it is a don't. Now, there's a conflict here, or maybe a contradictory statement as well, right? Because we know that we can have fun on social media. But having fun at the expense of somebody else's privacy or somebody else's self-confidence or their life is very wrong. Sarcastic comments. Now, what happens when we make sarcastic comments is, you know the background behind that particular story, and you have that that group knowledge. Okay, in this particular group, if we say these words or these sentences, if we present something like this, then your group will understand that it's a joke. You know that you are the inside group of the joke. But on social media, it's not those 10 friends who read it, right? It's the wider group that's going to read it, and they may not know the background information. They may not know what you indirectly mean by it. So you could ultimately end up hurting people without your knowledge. The same goes for humor, because that's a very subjective concept. What you consider as a joke or a humorous idea may not be seen like somebody else. So unless and until you know that it's definitely not going to hurt somebody and not going to create a problem for them in the future, if you don't know that for sure, don't do it. Because whatever you upload on the internet or the World Wide Web, it stays forever, ever and ever and ever, right? So any negative comments stay there eternally, positive comments as well. So be very careful when you pass sarcastic messages to people, right? Now the next point. If someone posts an argumentative comment directed at you, take the discussion to a private place, maybe direct messaging or directly to their WhatsApp. Is that a do or a don't? Okay. Tell me, I would really like to hear why you think we should not do that? Can you unmute and speak, please? That's a very interesting answer. No? Tell me. Not ready to unmute? All right. That's okay. But I said that it's interesting because um, let's say you are on Facebook and somebody has posted something sarcastic and you didn't like it. Or one friend has posted something sarcastic and the other friend didn't like it. And they have started writing angry messages on Facebook. Oh, okay. When I say in a private place, I meant in a private digital space. Okay. So I think, okay, that's why you misunderstood. If somebody is typing one message after the other on Facebook in their comment boxes, it's like everybody, the entire world can see how they are fighting. That's not a good way to hold a communication or have a discussion or have an argument, right? The moment you see that somebody is posting something you don't like or something that makes you angry, makes you feel bad, do not comment on the social media page itself. If possible, if they are in your friends list, talk to them over DM, right? Direct message them. Or if you have their number, go on WhatsApp and chat. If you are not happy, if you're too angry to type a message and chat, call them and have a discussion to clarify the matter. Do not ever have arguments on social media. That will reflect really bad on you. Because after 6 months or a year, people will not worry about who is right and who is wrong. It's just that that message is going to be there forever, and people tend to form their own opinions whenever they want. They will take the messages out of context and make you feel miserable that way as well. All right. So by private place, I mean a private conversation, not a conversation on social media. All right. So that is to take it to a private place. Don't do it on social media. Now the third one, use all capital letters when you comment on social media. It's faster. Do or don't. Come on. I'm waiting. All right. I'm getting messages. I got 2 and both of them say 3. All right. Yeah, I got it, Sarmi. I understood. I understood. Now, 4 or 5 messages, I've got it all says don't. That's the right answer. Do you know why it's not good to type in all capital letters on social media? Can somebody give me an answer for that? Your answer is right. It is a don't. And why is it a don't? Writing in all capital letters is equivalent to shouting at people, where you are angry or about to lose your temper and you are yelling and shouting at people. That is what it means. So do not type everything in capital letters. I'm not talking about the abbreviations like LOL or FYI, IDK, all those. Even that we just type in small letters nowadays, right? But not only in social media, even in emails, writing an email in all capital letters is equivalent to red hot anger. Same goes with social media, right? Don't do that. Next, don't waste time following others on Twitter. You just post whatever you want and you say. Is that a do or don't? Should we follow others on Twitter? Do or a don't? Kalyani thinks don't. Tony also thinks so. Let's see what I think. Yeah. Because you have to follow people on Twitter. That's the very essence of being on Twitter, right? You can post whatever you want. You can share whatever tidbits of information you have, your thoughts, whatever your brain comes up with on a day. But if you don't follow people, you don't know what others are saying. I mean, followers is like currency on Twitter. You follow people and people follow you. So Twitter is all about followers and the hashtag trends you create, right? So, of course, you have to follow people on Twitter. Next one. All forms of social media are the same. I can post as frequently as I want. I have 3 social media accounts: Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Okay. So 10 posts on Facebook, 10 tweets on Twitter, and 10, what is it called on Instagram? 10 posts, 10 pictures on Instagram. Is that okay? Constantly uploading messages. What do you think? Sachini thinks don't. Right? Then also thinks don't. Oh yeah. Now this is a sure, confident answer by most of the people. Of course, it is a don't. You can't be posting as you wish, like randomly 15, 25. But there are certain social media channels where you can post frequently. If I understand correctly, in Twitter, you can actually do that, right? Multiple messages on the same day is not very unusual on Twitter. But that may not be the case with LinkedIn, or it may not be the case with Tumblr, right? You have to know the type of social media sites you're on, and the nature or the type of people you're connected with, and generally the way people communicate on that, right? How about the next one? It's better to avoid grammar and spelling errors in social media posts. Is it necessary? Why do people keep talking about grammar and spelling even on social media? Do you need to worry about it or don't worry about it? Sachini thinks do. Okay, Selmi thinks the same. Yeah. Sadly, grammar and spelling is going to chase you wherever you go. If you are going to write something in English, and if you want people to read it, and if you want people to respond to it, especially if you are thinking of maintaining professional contact on social media, of course, your grammar has to be right. Your spelling has to be right. Not just because you want to show that you are good in English, mainly because you don't want to miscommunicate. One spelling error or one wrong word choice could create a huge problem for you, right? So we, like it or not, we need to be good with grammar and spelling on social media as well. The next one, produce video content as well to match the current trend. Don't sit with texting all the time. Produce video content as well. Is this a do or don't? What do you think? Creating short videos, vlogs. Do you know about vlogs? Video blogs. They are called vlogs. I'm not sure how many of you have seen them or how many of you follow. Do you think? Selmi thinks yes. She thinks that we need to produce video content. But I'm sure all of you know this and you do produce video content. Isn't that what YouTubers do? Right? They live for it. They spend so much energy on it to upgrade, right? You just can't be texting on social media. We need to upload video content as well. The last one. Two-factor authentication is a good way to secure accounts. What do you say? Is it a do or a don't? If you want your network to be safe, even your emails, right? Two-factor authentication. Yes, same things do. Others? Do you understand what two-factor authentication is? I'm sure you do. If not, you can Google it. It's giving, it's protecting your social media network or even your iPhone or your normal Samsung phone. It's not normal. It's your smartphone using both the number thing and your thumb impression. Two-factor authentication, right? So common sense says that's a do. It's good to keep ourselves safe and protected. All right. All right. So we move on. Now we are moving from using social media for fun or for your personal use towards using it for professional purposes, right? What should you understand about being present on social media? So now let me share some thoughts with you on that. The first thing we need to be clear is our profile picture. Now, like I told you, now I'm thinking about professionalism. All right. Let me show you this profile picture. Is this good? Would you like this? If somebody has this as a profile picture, is this appealing to you? Yes or no? Oh. Why is it a no? Not professional. Because it's dark, it's artistic. If you are a film director, having such a profile picture is not an issue at all. But if you're professional, this looks like a very shady person, both literally and figuratively, right? So, not good. How about this one? He's wearing suit. He's in an office, typing on the laptop. Quite professional. Is this professional enough? Is this profile picture good enough? Would you use it? Yes or no? Is this professional? What do you say? Looks like it's doubtful, right? Well, actually, it's not very professional. Yeah, that's right, Semi. The background is nice. He's wearing nice attire. Everything looks professional. But he's not looking at the camera. Anybody who is not looking at the camera or making direct eye contact to whoever is seeing them is not considered as a very reliable person. Right? So this may not be good as well. How about this? Yeah, yeah. You can't identify clearly, that is right. The third picture, yeah, good. And what are the features that makes it good? What makes you think that this is good? Look at the facial expression, body posture, the smile, the background. the clarity of the picture. There are so many good factors in this picture, right? Even though some can be adjusted, there is still room for improvement in this picture. How about this one? Would you accept it as a professional profile picture?
No.
Is there a good reason for that? Why is it a no? She looks beautiful. She is smiling.
Background and the dress is not suitable for professional photos.
That is true. Because if you want to be professional, you would be wearing appropriate attire and taking a selfie and using that as a profile picture, not professional. If this is a travelogue and if this is your personal account, perfectly fine. But in a professional setting, this may not be considered as nice, right? So what would be considered right? What is it you should remember? All these factors. Your face has to be prominent. It has to occupy 60% of the frame. Don't take like this close up. That's too much on people, right? 60% of your face, that would be good. Smile, especially with your teeth showing. This is all from research, okay? I'm not saying this. I didn't decide all of this. Research says that people who show their teeth when they smile, they are considered more reliable. I don't know for what reason. Use colors. Using black and white pictures are fine, but having colorful pictures attracts people a lot, right? And if you are an entrepreneur, if you have your own bakery, your own DIY website or YouTube channel, add your brand in your profile picture. Is there a logo? Is there something that represents who you are? Add it. It's not just your face that is important. And use current photos. Don't use photos that are 8 years old where you look completely different and now you are a different person. No. Photos that are roughly within the year would be nice. Avoid wearing hats or sunglasses. Those what do you say? Those hide your features. You don't want people to think that you're hiding yourself behind a hat or a sunglass, right? If it's a professional profile picture, make sure that you do certain things and avoid doing certain things. This is one. Your profile picture is the first thing people are going to see, so make sure that it is professional. The next feature you should remember is the bio page. What is a bio page? Can somebody tell me what a bio page is? Come on. What is bio? What details go into that, do you think?
Personal details.
Yes, of course. Okay, right. Now, the first question, what is a bio page? Like you rightly noted, yes, it's personal information, but a bio is a short paragraph or a collection of information that introduces yourself. Just like when you go to a job interview, they ask you, tell me about yourself. There are certain details you tell them, right? Like that, your bio page needs to have information that introduces you to the outside world. Because be it a blog or a new Facebook user or somebody who wants to know who you are on LinkedIn, the first place they go to is your bio page or an about page in a blog. Okay. These are present in every social media website or software with different names and in different formats. So you are going to create the first impression by using the right profile picture. And the next step would be to tell about yourself in a professional manner. Right? Now, why should you have one? Why can't they just go through your posts and understand about you? Why should you have a bio page? What do you think? The same question can apply for a job interview also, right? Why should you tell about yourself? You have given them your CV, they have your certificates, and they have every single detail about your academic and professional life. Why should you tell about yourself? Well, a bio page is published information about you. You decide what needs to be known about you and what needs to be not shared in a public space. Just like your profile picture, just like any social media account you have, a bio page is going to be there forever. And it's going to be read by different people at different times for different purposes in different contexts. In any of those cases, nothing should be misread, nothing should be miscommunicated. So you decide, you control what information needs to be shared about you. So if you don't write a proper bio page, or if you take it very lightly, that shows that you are not very eager to represent yourself in the digital space. Interview, if somebody asks you who you are, you prefer to tell about yourself, right? You take your neighbor with you to tell all sorts of gossip about you? You don't. It's the same with bio page. You share what you want to share about yourself. You decide whether people should know you as a fun-loving, easygo type person, or reserved, introvert, or a professional with lots of skills and talents. You decide what needs to be known. So you better learn how to write a bio page in a professional manner. Okay. Then what goes into a bio page? Yes, personal details. Can you give me a little bit more information on what sort of information goes into a bio page? Anyone? Do you share how many pets you have? Names of your pets? Yeah, so means right, educational information about education and your personal details. Okay. All right. So let me tell you what I think. Okay, about family members in a professional setting, tell me. Think about it. Do people need to know how your family? It's about it. So if you are currently working, your job, the place you work, that takes precedence. If you are not yet in the work environment, the place where you study would be the first information you give people. And you could talk about, if you really are okay with it, you could share what your hometown is and where you currently reside. Now that depends on how much privacy you want to maintain. All right. If it is a professional website or social network and you are eager to move from one place to the other, then you would probably want to tell where you are right now and the expected place you want to move. In that context, telling where you live could be okay. But giving your location every 2 hours on Facebook, telling people that you are going to fly and telling people that you have landed, that's okay for a personal account, not for a professional account, right? Nobody is interested in knowing which flight you took and where you are. Your personal and professional goals are, that shows that you are serious. That shows that you are mature and you have a far-sighted vision about your life. People may have personal goals of visiting places, traveling to different locations, and you may have your professional goals. The types of education you want to get, the types of jobs you want to try, the internships you want to try, the challenges you want to take. That could be interesting. That could be interesting for people. You could talk about the skills you have. What is your natural talent? What talents have you developed over time? What can you do other than your books, your exams and marks? What other skills do you have? That actually is a very valid information to provide, because that tells people more about you than the words you write on those websites. If you are an expert in something, it doesn't have to be expert in Java programming. Not everybody is an expert Java programmer, right? Well, most of the world's population is not an expert Java programmer. But you could be an excellent baker. You could be an excellent knitter, a carpenter, a painter, an artist. That, even if it's not related to your profession, expert in. That is something people would be impressed with, right? So these are the details you should think about. You can share about your family if it's a personal account, not in a professional setting. All right. So now we know that profile pictures are important, bio page is important. What's the third piece of information we need to know? We need to be good in presenting. Interests and hobbies, I forgot. Yes, that also adds to it. Let me show you an example here, right? Tell me whether this is a good bio page or not so good one. How about this? Would you say that this is a good bio page? This is from LinkedIn actually. Will you feel safe being connected with this person? He or she hasn't said anything bad, but what strikes me is the mask they are wearing. That tells me that, oh no, this person doesn't want to show their face. And also look at the details they are writing. Experienced accountant, consultant, fine, and controller. What controller? A human controller? Passport controller? We never know, right? So yeah, that's right. It's dark. It's a bit scary actually. This would not attract a lot of people, even though this person could be very genuine. Maybe he is a tax controller, we don't know. But reviews are definitely going to impact how people see us, right? Now, how about the next one? How about Debbie White? Do you think she is likable? Do you think she is friendly? Will you connect with this person? Yes or no? Yeah, it's very good. There are lots of good features in it, right? First, the profile picture is neat, clean. She is smiling, showing her teeth. Even though the background is not great, we can see her clearly, right? She tells her name and the types and the area she's into. Systematic sales strategies, sales training and coaching for business who want to increase income and sales. So we know who she is just by reading these words. And she tells her current location and the type of job she is doing right now and what she was doing earlier. Why should you talk about something you did earlier? That shows your career progression. From where have you to what position? Are you wavering here and there doing totally unrelated things, or do you have a goal in mind? Are you working towards your goal in a logical manner? That tells people that you are goal oriented, right? Yeah. So Debbie White, I would be friends with her if I want to. How about this? How about Lou Hoffman? Would you be impressed with this person? Would you connect with this person? I would probably not, even though there are some good features here. He has used a reasonably good profile picture, even though it's too small, right? It's not enough resolution. It's poor quality picture. His name, he says that he is a CEO, but look at the language. As CEO of a communications consultancy, we help companies build brands and sell stuff. What stuff? Stuff could mean 25 different things. What does he sell? We don't know. And look at the language. He starts talking about himself as a CEO and then he switches to we help companies build. Grammar is off. The moment your grammar is wrong, impression goes down. Like it or not, that is how it is in the world. He says that he is the president and CEO. Marken Communications, probably that's where he worked earlier, and studies in journalism. Again, grammar error. Not good. I'm not going to be impressed with this person, even though he says that he's the CEO. How about this girl, Stephanie Marone? Good? Impressed? Not good? What do you think? There are lots of good features in it. Nice picture. One, she gives a lot of clear information on what she does. She has hashtags and she has her own blog, socialmediabutterflyblog.com. And she tells all the necessary information for people to approach her. So this would be a good bio page, right? So make sure that you create a decent, good bio page. At any point of time, if somebody wants to know about you, the information has to be relevant. All right. Then the next feature is about knowing what digital footprint is. What is digital footprint? Anyone? Digital footprint. What does that mean?
No.
Yeah, please go ahead. Is somebody trying to say something to me? Okay. So digital footprint. You could take the literal meaning, you could take the figurative meaning also. A digital footprint is very significant. It tells where you have been online, what are the areas you have accessed, and what are the things you have shared. What is your knowledge about the digital world? How much control you have on the stuff you post. So knowing what digital footprint is and being aware of creating the right digital footprint is very, very important, right? So digital footprint is basically track. If somebody wants to, they can track every single move you have done from day one till date. Scary, but this can be done. You could have written a mean comment about somebody 2 years ago and you have forgotten about it and your friend has forgotten about it, but somebody else can dig it up and use it against you, right? So that is digital footprint. How do you manage it? There are certain things you can do to manage it in the right manner. First, think before you click. Don't just randomly click everything you see just because it looks interesting at that moment. Think about the consequences of clicking on certain pictures, on clicking on certain links. What's going to happen after you click it, because you cannot reverse it, right? Protect your personal information. Well, some people might think that even name is personal information. I wouldn't say so, because name is your identity, but your phone number, your email address, your home address, your physical address, your bank account details, or your login details, your passwords, protect them properly, right? Now this is something interesting. I've done it and I felt terribly bad about certain things I didn't think of. Search yourself, Google yourself and see what comes up. Google yourself and see what websites show you, and Google to see what images come up when you Google your name. And 90% of the employees, they Google their um, job seekers. If they feel like this person might be a good fit for their company, the first thing they do is they Google you. They go on different platforms and see where you are present and what sort of information you post. And it's like your horoscope, right? You open your Facebook account, if you scroll, everybody can know who you are in few minutes. So search yourself and see how you are represented in the digital space, and try to remove all the negative information about you. If you have posted certain pictures, try to remove it. If somebody else has posted it or uploaded it, see if you can communicate with them and get that sorted, right? Because your job hangs in a balance if you don't do it. Maintain a positive presence. It's okay to give negative comments, not mean comments. Try to stay positive. Try to make the world a better place by you being in the digital world, right? Now, let's see. Let's watch a short video about this. It's really short. So I hope you can gain something from it, right? Come on, watch it and tell.
Do you know you leave
You can hear this, right? It's audible, right? Is the audio reaching you?
Yeah.
digital footprints behind when you use the internet? It records what you are doing, where you are going, and why you are doing all the things online. You may think that you have nothing to hide, but you may leave digital footprints behind, such as your search history, text messages, photos, and videos, tagged photos, likes on Facebook and Instagram, browsing history. Why are digital footprints important? If you're not careful, you may leave bad footprints behind. Your online reputation may be at stake. Your words and photos can be misinterpreted. Content for a private group may be spread to a broader circle. This will hurt relationships and friendships. Your future employers may check on your digital footprints. Step 1. Stop and ask yourself questions before you post, forward, or reply to something. Step 2. Ask yourself some questions when you post online. How would others view me? Would I want others to post this about me? My parents, friends, teachers, and everyone will see my posting. Am I okay? Do not post if the answer is no. Step 3. Treat others like how you want to be treated. Do not post hurtful things about others online. Step 4. Avoid becoming a victim of bad digital footprints. Here are some tips. Turn off geotagging or location settings on your phone and social media. Check the content you are being tagged in. Remove those that are offensive or inappropriate. If you have posted content you regret, remove it immediately. Take a break from social media for a while if you're posting lots of things that are hurtful to yourself or others. Your digital footprint paints a picture of who you are online. Remember to think before you click and share online.
All right, so that is about being sensible about what you post online. When we are teenagers and we are exploring the world, we do certain things and they may become a problem for you when you are an adult or when you become a professional. So it's always good to go back and check what you have done as a teenager and adjust it, right? Now again, there's a risk that you know more than me here. Do you know these words? And do you know what they mean? These are extremely common words in social media world, right? Do you know what viral means? Some terms, there are so many terms you need to know. But I've just taken certain words here just to show you that there is a language that you need to be aware of when you're using social media, right? Viral is anything that is shared across social networks that gets passed along to millions and millions and thousands of people. Viral videos, right? Viral messages. An influencer is a person who has access to large audience and can persuade others because they have this authentic material and they have this unique way of reaching people. Social media influencers, we call them, right? YouTube influencers are there. Hashtag identifies Twitter, right? And so that is an automatic link that is created. Sometimes it's for fun and sometimes it's for purpose. That's a measure of how popular your tweet is in some places. Troll is something negative. When the service is abused by spamming or off-topic tweets, we call them trolls. UGC, not University Grants Commission. UGC is user-generated content. Anything that's published online by a common man, that is UGC. SEO, not Social Executive Officer, it's search engine optimization. So how do you make your post come on the top? How do you make your website appear when somebody searches a certain keyword on the top or in the first page? That is called search engine optimization. That's the technique. You learn that more of a technical thing, but people know this, people do this. That's why they appear on top every time you search something, right? Just a few terms, just a taste of what you need to know about social media and the language used. Now we are coming towards the final bit. I told you that I wanted to share with you something that helps you to enter the professional arena. So why and how can social media be used for career development? Here, I have taken one particular social media network in mind, LinkedIn, which is very common in terms of professional development. And how can you use it? You can use it as a powerful form of networking. Just like Facebook or Twitter, you can network with professional people. You can make connections, find followers or fans, or have friends, invite friends, make friends with people in a professional setting. If you enter LinkedIn, for example, that's one thing that's for sure going to give you professional connection. And you might get a new job because there are lots and lots of job postings on such social media networks. You can find somebody in your field who is much more senior than you, and they might give you advice and they might mentor you. You definitely can learn more about your field by reading the posts or the articles that are shared. How do you use it? First, you use the right channel. LinkedIn, if you are a professional, I mean, I'm not going back on that, but let's say you are an interior designer or a cake maker, or somebody who likes to work with your hands and do colorful things. For you, Pinterest would be a better choice, not LinkedIn, right? So it depends on what you are doing and where the market is for you, right? Choose the right channel and optimize your profile. Let's say you created your profile 5 years ago, you have not even touched it. till date, that's wrong. You keep yourself updated and optimize it and match the trend that's happening around the world. You have to be active. You don't have to be a member of 5 different social media networks. You could choose 1 or 2 and stay active. Be consistent in what you do. That helps people, right? Now, what are the benefits of using social media for career development? Your profile is there online 24/7, 365 days. So you don't have to make a printout and take it and give it to somebody. Suddenly you don't have a printout and you can't access your computer, you lose a good chance. No need for that. You can just provide the link to people. You can just make a connection. And there you are. Your entire information, whatever you want to share with the public is there. So it's ready made. And it helps you to see what's happening in your field. You stay connected with people from your profession. You know what are the current trends are. You can follow what's happening, what positive changes, what negative changes are happening, and you can adjust yourself according to that. Or sometimes you may never have known that a particular job you will suddenly see that it's there, and you get an opportunity to explore that. In a physical world, you may not even think about it, but in digital world, you get to access so many different types of information or unique information. You can make new connections. You can make connections with people you already know, your seniors, your lecturers, your professors, your head of the department, or through them, you get to make new connections in your country or outside your country. Who knows what sort of opportunities you might come for you from abroad, right? Having good connections, genuine connections, professional connections definitely helps you to be somebody. It puts you on a fast track to be somebody. It doesn't mean if you're not on social media, you're not going to shine. That's not the case. But it puts you on the fast track. And especially in LinkedIn, employers look for employees there. Usually it's the other way around, right? If you are looking for a job, you go and search for companies that would offer you. But the opposite happens on some websites, so some social media pages. So you go there, you just exist there, and people will come and find you. They will seek you and they will check whether you are interested in joining their company. Isn't that great? Right? People coming and asking you, will you come and work for me? That's a dream, right? So these are the benefits if you use social media in the right way, in the professional manner, in whichever medium you choose, you can achieve great things. Not just about commenting on your friend's picture. Now, what are the things you can do? You can reach out to your circle. Even if you have 5 connections, you don't know anybody in the field, you can go through the list of people who are already there and you can send them messages saying, okay, I'm this and this person living here. These are the interests I have. I'm very much interested in connecting with you. You can reach out to people with genuine messages. You can write beautiful, powerful headlines that attracts headhunters, that attract HR people, that attracts other company owners, right? If you are just starting, you can say budding advertising specialist, meaning I have not done anything serious, but I am trying to, but you use nice words for that. Like emerging civil rights lawyer, probably, right? So emerging means I'm still learning, I'm still in the process, but I'm interested in this. These are nice ways of putting your information out in the world, right? In LinkedIn, once you are there, you can ask your connections to give recommendations for you. You can ask them, okay, see, these are the skills I possess. Or can you give recommendations that this person is capable of doing this thing? That is money in the digital world, right? That's currency. Same way, you can give endorsements to people. That means people will also endorse your skills. Now, if you say that I am an excellent artist and somebody knows that you are an excellent artist, they can actually say, okay, I know this person, she is very good at drawing. That means something. That gives credibility to your skill, right? So these are some of the features. Professionally, you don't post friendly. I mean, you are supposed to be friendly on LinkedIn as well, not that. But what the type of messages you post on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram would be completely different in nature, and the purpose would be different in a professional setting. But that is where you can develop your career. Even if if you don't know anybody, you get to know people, right? So that brings us to the end of today's session workshop. These are the points I would like you to take away with you from what we saw today, right? Find out the right channel for you. Identify who you are and what that's finding yourself. That's very important. And you reach out to the right people and the right groups, not just randomly sending it out there, but you reach out to the right people with the correct goals in mind. You be bold and be active in presenting yourself. It's not just like a seasonal thing. You post few posts 3 months, once in 3 months, or you posted it at the beginning and you have just forgotten about it for 3 years. Not like that. You have to be professional. Being professional in the digital world is equally important as being professional in the real world. They are not different. They are the same now. The line between these two realms is blurring. So you have to be professional wherever you are, right? Who knows, in metaverse, we might start working, and in metaverse, you might have to be professional as well. And be mindful of what you post. Don't just randomly post anything. Be mindful of what you do. And that brings us to the end of today's session. All right. I've given whatever I wanted to share with you. And you guys are welcome to ask me any questions.